There we go. A live human.
A live human. I have one live human on the call.
Are working and we said are getting 5 days or 10 days or whatever. I think I'm just going to put put people's full salaries.
Okay,
There's
wait,
a
Naz, I'm
limit
putting
to
you on
pay
mute, honey.
on
You're on. Wait. Naz is busy working in the background. Okay, cool. Okay, so welcome everybody. Thank you so much for showing up for our Access Tools in Action call. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. And thank you so much for your contributions. So for the people that have not been on these calls before, they are we're putting these up into Facebook and onto my YouTube account, and you are so welcome to share them with your friends and your family or anybody that you think will benefit from these calls. And the target is to inspire people to action. So I often notice where I talk a good talk and I'm not always walking the walk. And I've also been aware that I have this, hi Kushida, would you mind putting yourself on mute, hon? That a lot of people have said to me that I'm inspiring. However, I'd like to take this a bit further, because it's all very well to inspire people and that for them to have that feel good moment. But in order for it to energetically transform, I would like to be the inspiration for people to take action and use the tools so that they can have more ease with their life and create the lives that they would like in whatever area it is they're looking to create. So I've invited everybody onto these calls because I can say a lot of things, but often the different ways that people perceive the tools and use the tools is often a contribution to other people, and it gives everybody all these different ideas on how to interact with the tools. So we are all here as a group of people looking to contribute to whoever would like to use the Access tools. So this is the fourth call I think we've done, and today's call is about all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. I have often had people say they don't want to use the word glory because it gives them some kind of religious connotation. And the glory, the definition of glory in the dictionary is actually the exuberant expression of life and abundance. So it's not the religious glory. That's not the energy behind this word. And all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory is the mantra of Access Consciousness. So for all the people that are watching this call that are new to Access, Access Consciousness has been started by a gentleman called Gary Douglas. It's around 30 years ago now that he decided that he wanted to change his life and he wanted different things in his life, and he started on a journey of exploration. And along the way, he met Dr. Dane Heer. So he and Dane Heer are the founders and co-creators of Access Consciousness. And the tools of Access Consciousness are to empower you to know that you know. So these are tools that you can use every single day to empower yourself so that you can start to function from your own knowing and your awareness. And what you know is going to work for you, so that we don't have to follow the crowd. We don't have to fall in with the majority. We can always be in question and look for the things that are going to work for us. So all of life comes to you with ease, joy, and glory is the mantra of Access. And if you say it 10 times in the morning and 10 times in the evening, you'll find that it evens out the ups and downs of life. That's personally what I found. I used to be very overreactive to everything and very emotional. So I would put a charge on everything. Everything was a drama and everything was a trauma. And how I actually managed to have friends in those days, I have no clue, because I used to spend hours on the phone telling them all about my drama. But I found that as I used all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory, it took the drama and the upset out of my life. And that when things show up that I don't like, I find that working through it is a lot faster, and that I didn't take those deep dives into feeling down or getting depressed or upset or whatever. So it certainly has contributed immensely to my life and taking those huge spikes of ups and downs and like kind of evening them out so that they like, yeah, okay, so things happen in life that not always what we desire, like coronavirus, 5G rollout, vaccinations, etc. However, the external environment is always going to happen. The key to empowering yourself is how you respond to it internally. And All of Life Comes to Me with Ease, Joy, and Glory, I have found is contributing a lot to the way I can respond to external events rather than react to them, which when you're in reaction to something can bring a lot of emotions and feelings and upset and drama and trauma, etc. So that's kind of a very brief background, and All of Life Comes to Me with Ease, Joy, and Glory. But I would love to have your guys' input now on how you use it, because obviously you don't just have to use it 10 times in the morning and 10 times at night. You can use it any time during the day. Whenever you get stuck with something or something's not working out, you can use All of Life Comes to Me with Ease, Joy, and Glory. And it's about contributing to your energy. So it's what energy are you being through any parts of your life that are happening. And you can use it when things are going great too. It's not just for when things are not working out so well. So who would like to share first? I have one
Actually,
person
I'm
that I can
happy to
see
go
that's
first.
moving. Cool,
Sorry.
Naz. Okay, who I can't even, I don't know who's going, who's talking to me. Okay, Naz, you go.
It's an amazing tool. I mean, using it like 10 times in the evening and 10 times in the morning when you wake up is great. It kind of just sets the energy for the day. But I find that when I find I'm stuck with stuff, or I just keep saying, well, you know, I may not even use the whole tool. I might just go, please, can I have ease with this? Please, can I have ease with this? And if I stay fully present, I just find huge shifts happening, especially like at work, with my kids, with family, with whatever. And, you know, just ask for the ease, you know. I just think it's one of the like really dynamic tools just to create more. And if you sit fully present with it, and sometimes saying it 10 times just becomes like a repetition, whereas if you maybe did it 5 times and just be fully present with you, your body, and the energy around you, it's just given me a whole avenue for ease in everything that I do. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Naz. So it's like it changes your energy, right? You then, because it's all about what energy are you being with anything that's going to create more for you. So yeah, I actually have a really I have an example of how I used this yesterday, but I'll tell you later. So Evelyn, I think you also had something you'd like to share.
Yeah. Okay, so we talk about that at some stage, Jenny. When I got involved with Access, that mantra was a big problem because of all the joy in it and the ease. There was so much point of view about having ease and joy, and it has got better until this morning. We have just had a chat. I realized the why it's still a bit heavy for me to use because of the ease, and the ease are associated with laziness. And my point of view, laziness will stop you to, it's actually laziness is wrong. Let's go straight to it. Laziness is wrong. And it can stop you to create, because if you have ease, so there is nothing to kick your ass. So how are you going to get up and create? So the subconscious things going and making the use of the tool. I use it, especially when something is wow is happening, and when something not that wow is happening. However, there is that heaviness around ease. Even though I call for the ease, I didn't realize that until this morning. The ease goes with laziness, and no, you should be ready to jump and focused and etc. Yeah, it's just that point of view around it. It's busy unfolding since
Yeah,
this.
and that's interesting, because there was also one part of after I moved down to Cape Town, and because I live in such a beautiful area, it's very easy for me to not be triggered into motion, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I've had to unlearn Because up until now we kind of the only time we actually do anything about anything is when something's not working or we're upset about something. Then we're like, okay, what's this about? What can we do about it? What can we change about it? Or we stay in reaction to it and we stay stuck with the distractor implants of it, like the anger or the doubt or the fear or whatever. And what I noticed is that there's a shift that needs to be made, that creating ease for you in your life is not about slowing down, but but because we've up until now only been motivated by triggers and reactions to things, it's about learning to choose from ease. We're not used to choosing and creating a life from ease. We are used to reacting to the hardship of life and what's not working for us in order to take an action so that we can change it. And there's that place where it shifts. And in that place where it's shifting, it can be, you can get to that space where you think, oh shit, now I'm lazy, or I'm not motivated to do anything, or whatever. But it's a shifting into choice, because motivation requires motivation, right? There's a reaction to something that's got to trigger that motivation so that you can do something. So it's either a lack of money or a relationship issue or a health issue or something going on with your body or something with the external environment is then triggering you and motivating you to do something. When all of life comes to you with ease, joy, and glory, it's choosing to create your life in every 10 seconds and every single day is a continuous choice. It isn't one choice that creates the rest of your life. It's multiple choices, and choosing different energies of how you'd like to be in the world and show up in the world, and having ease with the choice. But it's so funny, right, that we only choose when we're triggered and when we're overreactive. So yes, there is the changeover from ease, joy, and glory, where you're not getting upset by so many things anymore, and life is showing up with more ease. But it's then learning to choose from that space of ease, and then those choices and those creations showing up with ease. And we are not used to that. We are
Not at all.
only used to the adrenaline triggering, overreactive, go, do. Gotta fix, gotta solve. So yes, and we're so addicted to that adrenaline and that kicker, right? That when we get to that space of ease, it's like, oh, now what?
It's very familiar.
Yeah, but now what? Well, now what is really, now choose your life. Now create your life from the space of the energy that you would like to be and see in the world, not from the overreaction to something that you don't like. So yeah, it kind of, there's like, it's interesting, right? Because there's so many facets to all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. And there's so many different ways that this can show up for you and contribute to you. But also the growth that's in that. I think that's the word I'm looking for, that the growth that comes with using this tool is amazing, because it does shift you out of that triggering, doing, overreactive thing into being and choosing.
Definitely.
Yeah, cool.
And then when I look at my life, there is so much ease. I go, ooh, what's that?
I know. So everywhere we're not comfortable with ease, will we now destroy and create that? Tans Bakatilian, right? We'll go back, Papa, and Shop Boys and Beyonds. And everywhere we're addicted to hardship, will we now destroy and create that? Tans Bakatilian, right? We'll go back, Papa, and Shop Boys and Beyonds. Cool.
And you can't believe that my screen was acting out funny stuff. And as you were doing hearing, my body is relaxing, and my screen, because it was all black, I couldn't even see you. Only time to turn. And it's working. Ease.
Nice. Yeah, ease. Yeah, awesome. Thank you
you
for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whoa. Who's I muted myself before. Okay, who would like to share next and contribute next?
I
Cool.
can go.
Okay, Laura, go.
Okay, my favorite, as you all know, is All of Life Comes to Me with Ease and Joy and Glory. And what I really, because I don't really enjoy driving too much because the roads around here in Joburg can be pretty crazy. But since I've been using All of Life Comes to Me with Ease and Joy and Glory, like I'll get in the car and I'll go, okay, car, what contribution can you be to my ease and joy and glory? And it's like, there is no traffic. There are no taxis. Nobody's my way. The robots are green. If I hear about a roadblock or anything, it's like it didn't even exist once I've asked for all of life to come to me with ease and joy and glory. Thank you.
Thank you. I actually got to the airport in really amazing time the other day. Where was I going? Oh, I went to Durban to go do an access class. And for some reason, I'm like, I fought around, excuse my language, in the mornings. I'm like, it doesn't matter what time I get up. Like, I just like kind of do so many different things and then I end up being late. It's like kind of a pattern. Maybe I need to look at that. But anyway, sidebar. So I left half an hour later than I wanted to for the airport. And on a good day, it's at least a 45-minute drive to the airport. Then you still got to have time to find the parking and park and get your bags out and put in the trolley and get into the airport, check in, go through security, right? I got to the airport, through checked, parked my car. And the Cape Town airport, you have to walk from the car park. It's quite far to walk to the terminal. It's not quick stick. So you got to go down a ramp and then you got to push your trolley up a ramp. It's like quite hard work to get to the airport, into the terminal building here. Then you got to go up the escalator to departures, check in, and then go through security. Obviously, laptops, you're going to take laptops out. I mean, it's like, there's a lot of different aspects to getting to the gate in time, and then walk down to your gate and whatever. Anyway, I left the house and I was going, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Oh, this is cool. But from a relaxed space, if you do it from a tense space, you kind of use it so that you can get to that relaxed space, because more magic can show up when you're relaxed with a tool and you're not in overreaction, right? So I could have started off with, oh shit, I'm going to be so late and I'm not going to miss my plane. And then if I miss my plane, then I've got to like buy another ticket and and that can be the thought process, right? That goes through your head trying to get to the airport in time. Or you can just relax and drop all the thought and be the energy of all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. And I did it from that space all the way to the airport. And I got from my house to sitting down outside the gate within 55 minutes. The whole thing in 55 minutes, which was like not really possible, but it happened. Then, of course, I kind of overcooked it a little bit and then the flight was late. But anyway, so then I had time to go and have a coffee and breakfast. But it's like, but this is the advantage of this tool. It's like so amazing, right? Because time is a man-made concept. It's not real. So you can really I don't know how to explain this scientifically, but what if you can slow it all down so that you can move through space faster? Does that make sense? So then you start moving through space at the speed of light, not in this reality's concept of time. That you can do something that should take at least an hour, you can do in 55 minutes from beginning to end. I mean, it's probably longer than an hour. If it's just 45 minutes to get to the airport, then you need another 5 minutes to find parking and another 10 minutes to get your bag out and find a trolley and do the up and down thing. And then to check in and then through security and then walk to the gate. That's way longer than an hour. And I did it in 55 minutes. That's the beauty of this tool. It just expands things out for you beyond this reality's concept of how things should show up. Yeah, so thank you for the traffic example. That kind of reminded me of where I used it there. Cool. Who else would like to share?
Jen, my share is more about going back to the last session, which was the who does this belong to? And after we chatted, I realized I'd woken up that morning with the most heavy feeling. And also in the evenings, as the sun went down, there was this incredible heaviness. And using what you guided me with the who does this belong to, definitely wasn't mine. And it was just so weird because normally I'm so busy when there's no lockdown, I don't notice sunset. So you're busy going and you're moving, you're driving, and I'm off to meetings. And this time sitting here, as I saw the sun going down out my window, I could feel as the sun sank, so did my stomach. And the who does this belong to helped phenomenally. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. I've been doing it every morning and evening for a good 4 or 5 months now.
Yeah.
And I've noticed I'm more relaxed. Unfortunately, I haven't had to catch a flight, so I haven't had something quite as good as that.
It's dramatic.
But yeah, I've noticed in general, life is sort of a, who cares? I'm less reactive to people that I would have been reactive to before. I'm less reactive to situations. And even during this lockdown, although I've picked up on other people's anxiety and whatever, I've been a lot more relaxed in general through that.
Yeah.
And from what you're saying, yeah, I need to pull this in more as a tool to remember that when I go into anxiety or panic or anything else, to use that along with, hang on, all of life comes through ease, joy, and glory.
Yeah, awesome. And it's actually, there's play with, like I've said before, play with all the tools and use them in all different scenarios, because there's not like one tool fits this scenario, one tool fits that scenario. They can all contribute with each other. You use them in conjunction with each other, and you could use all of life comes to you with ease, joy, and glory on something that you could use the clearing statement for. Do you know what I mean? And use them all at the same time. So, yeah. So how else do I use this? So, yesterday, I've moved my office from one side of the house into one of the bedrooms, because in winter here, the wind blows like you have no idea, and it blows through the house. And it's very, there's no ease in warming up my house in winter. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have my office in one of the bedrooms, because then I can close the door and I have a smaller space and it's easier to heat it up, whatever. So I've moved here, but now I'm like, no, but I like my office too. So I have a desk. It's in the garage that I hadn't unpacked yet because I didn't really need it. So I went to go find this desk. Of course, I can't find the screws anyway. So, and then last time I'd used this desk was like 3 years ago that I'd packed it up and just moved it around. Anyway, so the first day I started looking for the screws. I moved the panels in the garage around, and this flippin' ginormous freaking rain spider was crawling out the top. I'm like, oh no. So that, okay, I'm just gonna can it for today. Anyway, yesterday I thought, no, I really would like to have 2 office spaces, because then I can move around depending on what's happening with the sun, because the sun comes in the house in winter, whatever. Anyway, so I asked the screws to show up, because I couldn't, for the life of me, couldn't remember where I put the screws. So I said to them, okay, so screws, can you show up now, please? And I opened the cupboard, looked in a little jar, there they were. So I'm like, cool. So I go get the panels and I bring them into the house and I figure out how to put this thing together, and I've got the Allen key and I'm like, oh, this looks so easy. And I put all the panels together, and I then realized I've got it. It's upside down, and now I've got to tip it up, but it's the wrong way around. So now I've got to turn it around. And as I turn it around, the things pull out and strip the wood, so that the screws come through the wood and pop out. So anyway, so I'm going, okay, this was and I was so chuffed with myself, right? Because I put this desk together. I'm going, okay, so I can choose what energy to be with this. And I used all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory, because I could have reacted and got really pissed off with the fact that I had broken my desk. Or I could just go, okay, so all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory, so that I can change my energy and my response to it and not react to it. And that's how I used it. And I used it a few times yesterday, because I was doing things that I don't really enjoy doing, like hanging up the washing and whatever. But it's just such a magic tool that you don't have to be annoyed or irritated or frustrated. You don't have to be. You can choose to be a different energy with everything that you're doing, whether you like what you're doing or not, so that whatever it is that you're doing can have more ease and more joy with it. So it's amazing. So yeah, I used it a lot yesterday, actually, now I think about it. Yeah, just because I would like to have ease and joy in my day. And it's a choice, right? It's a choice. You can choose in those 10 seconds to overreact to something, or you can choose to have ease and joy with something. And if you've got to say it a few times until that energy shifts and change, then that's fine. Then do that, do whatever it takes so that you can be the energy that you would like to be with whatever you're doing. Cool. Who else would like to share? We have a cricket day today. So this call comes to us with ease, joy, and glory.
So
Can I add a little bit?
Please
it's
do.
not an ease, joy, and glory day.
Cool. What's showing up for you today?
So it's a struggle today to go into ease, joy, and glory. Because
Okay.
although I've said it, no.
Okay. So what point of view have you decided is right? Yeah.
Oh, I do know.
Yeah. Cool. So
Yeah,
now are you
100
willing to give up that point of view? Are you willing to not be right and have more ease? Cool. So now all of life comes to you
Absolutely.
with ease, joy, and glory. That's often, and thank you for that. It's like when we've decided we're right about something, like I'm right about my bank account, I'm right about how my body feels, I'm right about what's going on in the world, you will not be willing to have ease, joy, and glory because you would rather be right. And that is that moment of choice where you've got to be willing to give up the rightness of your point of view so that you
And
can
who does
have
it belong to?
it's and that too, yeah. Is it yours?
Yeah.
And even if it is yours, is that how you'd like your reality to be?
Definitely not. But I'm swimming in it at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. So everything that doesn't belong to you, return to sender with consciousness attached. Everything that doesn't belong to you, return to sender with consciousness attached. Because remember, if you have a point of view, anything that matches that vibration and that energy, you are going to entrain with and solidify that energy. So whether you do it through a conversation with someone, something you read, something you see on social media, something you hear, your mind will accumulate all those things that match that energy and entrain with that energy to make it more solid. The more solid and more real you make it, the more you think you're right about it. And then the more solid and real it gets. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then you're going to look at that and going, okay, is that my reality? And is that how I would like to create my life? Is that the energy I would like to have in my life? So this is where we've got to be willing to give up the addiction to the mind and the addiction to being right about something. Just because it's more solid and looks more real does not make it your future. You can give it up and let it go. It doesn't have to be your future, but it's a choice to let it go. So everything is not allowing you ease with that choice. Will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, lunch, short, boys, and beyonds. Everything that does not allow you ease with that choice, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, lunch, short, boys, and beyonds. Everything that does not allow you ease and joy with that choice, will you destroy and uncreate that all?
Yes.
No, I don't want to have joy. I want to be right. Everything that is, does bug today, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, lunch, short, boys, and beyonds. But you see how we react, right? How the addiction to the overreaction, because that's the trick, that all this stuff is now triggered distractor implants for you. And the more you engage with the distractor implants, whatever they are, remember, distractor implants just stick you in the washing machine and there you go. You got to stop the washing machine, get out of the washing machine. You're in a washing machine. I'm good, I'm right, because at least I'm washing my clothes, right? You go.
Thank you for that, because the whole distractor implant thing is not even where I went with this.
Yeah, but
So thank you
any
for that.
trigger
Like
is
when
putting
you,
you in distractor
yeah,
implant. Right or
uh,
wrong, judgment, right? Anything you've made right, anything you're making wrong triggers and activates distractor implants. And that's why you can't get out of it, because you're in a distractor implant.
yeah,
It
yes,
just puts you in a fog. So that's where you're going to keep on
yes.
destroying and uncreating all the distractor implants, all the addictiveness to this, all the obsessive compulsiveness to this. Everywhere you want to stay stuck in it, everywhere you want to make it right, everywhere you want to prove it's right, even though it's not working for you, you still want to be right. All the addictions to being right. We're not destroyed and
And it's
incredible.
true. Thank you. Yes, I will.
Right, wrong, good, bad, papa, and short boys and beyonds.
And I did want to stay stuck into it because I could feel it. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. And that's where you got to like put that washing machine on pause and going, okay, do I truly want this in my life? Do I truly want this energy in my life? Is this really how I desire my life to be? Because
Yeah.
here's what's happened with this the slowdown in the environment is like it's put us on slowdown. But it's like you're on a train, right? And you're like the little steam engine in front, and you're going choo 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 through life, and you've got all these carriages behind you of all your past experiences, all the things that are unresolved, all the stuff that you're trying to distract yourself from and avoid by life. So business, this reality, all the external environments, all the things that you use, social media, watching movies, hanging out with friends, whatever it is, all the things that you used to distract you is now in these little carts behind you. Now the train stopped and all these carts are going boom, 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 coming up and going, okay, here we are, time to resolve us. And you're
And
going,
it's
no.
even, yes. And so for me, I get up very early every morning. That's just my body wakes up.
Yeah,
But the last week or so, I don't even want to get out of bed.
yeah, yeah. But then you're
Getting
going to,
out of bed 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm thinking, and I made myself so wrong for it this morning.
yeah.
And I was like, what's up with me? I
Well,
need
you
to be
make
more
yourself wrong.
productive.
Yeah. So the second you make yourself wrong, you're going to want to stay in bed longer, because
Yes.
making yourself
I was
wrong
like,
does not create
I've got
more.
so much, yeah, I've got so much to do. I can get more done if I get up earlier, which of course none of that's true. But I
No,
just
and none of
realized
that's
now
gonna,
that,
and that's not a natural enthusiasm for choice, right? That is just trying to trigger yourself into motivating getting out of bed. And this
yeah,
is like such a cool time for us to change that and to like lie there and going, okay, truth, would I like to get up now? No, with no point of view. Half
mm,
an hour, truth,
yeah,
would I like to get up now? Yes, and get up. And it's a true choice. It's not motivated by right or wrong or good or bad. It's a true choice. And that's what we have not been, we have not learned to do, is make choices because we can. All our choices
and
and our
that,
decisions up until now
yeah,
have been triggered by some kind of motivating factor of, I'm running out of money, I've got a business to run, I've got to deal with this relationship issue, whatever. Those motivating factors and triggers are not working anymore. So this is now our time to really be the energy of what we would like to be, our lives to be like, from a space
yes,
of
and it's,
responding rather than reacting.
yes, yeah. So I mean, I had a chat to Mark about it this morning, and I even went into the whole thing of, oh, people say I'm going to be so busy because I've got a cleaning business. And so where I went this morning was like, that's not true. People are being laid off. People don't have money when they go back. Blah, blah, blah. All this
Okay,
crap in my
can we
head.
stop there?
And
Stop there, stop there, stop there.
so Mark
Is it
did stop me.
true that the people don't have money?
No. But this is what Mark pointed out to me. And he said, yes, that may be true, but there are still people that do have money that are going to use your services. And it took me straight out of that
Yeah,
in my head, and I was like, okay, well, thank you for that.
yeah, exactly. Because your
Uh,
point of view creates your reality. So if you have a point of view that people are going to be laid off and they're not going to have money, those are the only people that you can encounter and interact with, because they're entrained to your vibration
yeah,
by your point of view. So if you change your point of view and let go of, I need to be right about this point of view, and have, okay, who can I be an invitation to? Whose homes would love to be cleaned by me? Who can I engage with and who can I interact with? And what can I put out there that as soon as lockdown's done, people are going, their kids have been painting the walls and scrunching around on the carpets, and the dogs and cats have been running in and out, and I just need to get my carpets clean because I can't stand this anymore. Where's Rose? And Rose is like, here I am, because I've been popping into your awareness for all these weeks saying, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Or whatever it is that you're putting out there, right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
But remember, your point of view creates your reality. So whatever point of view you have is what you're going to see. That's what you're going to engage with. That's what you're going to interact with, because that's the vibration you're being, and the universe will say, okay, this is where you want to be. This is the energy. Here we go. Doink. And that's all you'll notice. Then you'll hear all the stories about, oh, this one lost their job. That one got retrenched. Those are the stories you're going to hear, because you need to be right. So would you be willing to give up the addiction to being right?
Yes.
And have no point of view? Everything that doesn't allow ease,
So what is
joy, and glory with that, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
And beyond.
Well, what is that addiction to wanting to be right? Because this comes up often for me.
Yeah. So do you love the mind more or your being more?
I mean, that's space and it's that mind.
Do you love working things out and solving problems?
Yeah.
So would you like to give that up?
Yes.
So everything that is times a good, so then will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Like, hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's an addiction to the mind. But what is the mind?
God. Yeah.
It's like, let me give you a problem so you can work it out, so you can feel like you're doing something and achieving something. And you're worthwhile. All triggered by the things like we're not worthwhile, we're not good enough, we're not whatever. It's the polarity of the mind that we're addicted to. And we are trying to solve the mind with the mind. You can't solve the mind with the mind. There's nothing to solve. It's just a bunch of algorithms and limitations and definitions and judgments. There's nothing to figure out there. There's nothing to solve, and there's no benefit in flipping around in the mind the whole time. You've got to ask the questions that are going to get you beyond the mind.
And that also is taking me out of all of life comes to me with
Yes.
joy and glory.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Yeah. You just get sucked in. It's like a flipping vacuum cleaner with little buttons going, let me make myself wrong for Nick getting out of bed. Ding! And you turn the vacuum cleaner on, and it goes, whoop, thank you. Distract the implants. It's just like my housework analogy morning, right? It's like, I'm using, because like, I love housework so much. So let's use, the mind's going to suck you in like a vacuum cleaner and then stick you in the washing machine of distracted implants. And then you're going to get forgotten in there, right? Because, you know, I left my washing in my washing machine for about 5 days. I forgot that I'd done some washing. Opened the door yesterday to do washing, and like, oh, look, it's last week's washing. I had to do that all over again. Plus, yesterday's washing. Put it all out on the line. Oh, look at me, it's joy and glory. And then I forget to take it off the line. And of course, it rained last night. So, how's that for an analogy of the mind, right? It'll suck you in, spin you around, and then leave you there. All wet and soggy and sorry for yourself.
That just created more space for me. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we're just addicted to the mind. We're going to just stop being addicted to the mind. Anytime you start trying to solve something, figure something out, you've been sucked in. So how about, let's say this 5 times, and you get really present. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. Cool. How's that?
I just feel so lightheaded right now.
Yeah. And that is you changing your reality. Bing. Nice. How does it get better than that? Yeah. Cool. So does anybody else have anything to share, contribute, any questions to ask? Cool, Lara.
Okay. What I find really, really, really amazing with the ease and joy and glory mantra is, we are not in control. So life, everything else, we're not in control. We operate from a space. Why? No, we're not. Okay, we are control. Yes, I understand that we're an infinite being,
Yeah.
and I'm power, I'm control. But
Yeah.
to control, we can't control the outcome because there's so many different factors. So what really works for me when I use all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory is I go into a space of creativity. So I'm being controlled from a space of creativity. And when I recognize that, then I'm using the energy of all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory, it takes the load off.
Yeah.
So I'm not responsible for what goes down and what's happening around me, but I know that the experience is going to come to me with ease and joy
Yeah.
and glory. So
Yeah.
that's my choice, and that works
Awesome.
really well.
Awesome. And thank you for that, because it's like the external environment we don't have control over, but we can be control over our internal dialogue and our internal environment and how we respond to things. And the all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory puts you into that space of being control where you don't have to do control. Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. Cool. Who else? Sharon, would you like to say something? You just have to, can I unmute you? Just nod your head if you'd like to say something and I'll unmute you.
No, I'm just enjoying the listening and gaining a lot from that.
Okay.
It's just nice to hear everybody and the housework story and all that. That's all. Yeah, it's just interesting because it is difficult to keep up. You think you're going to have all this free time, but you're actually just running around, like you say, the washing. I've also done that.
Yeah. And also the thing that
Rains.
and the pressure we're putting on ourselves to do something during this time, right? Because everybody's going, oh, the world slowed down. So now's the time for you to do all those jobs you haven't done before and do all those creations that you haven't created before. And now you're putting a different type of pressure on yourself. There's still no choice. That's still reaction, right, to something. It's still not choice. On when was it, Sunday? At some part during the day, I decided to choose a point of view that I was bored. Okay. I'm fed up with all this. I'm bored with this and I'm bored with that, and I'm like, whatever. And I'm going, okay, so if I don't make boredom right or wrong, I can just be bored and be okay with that. And there was actually such a different way of being bored with no point of view and no judgment. Whereas before I would have judged the hell out of myself for being bored and going, you know better than this, you can do, like, there's so many things you can do, and there's so many things you can create, and there's so many things you can watch, and you've got so many things like clean up and so many things to do. How can you be bored? And I would have gone into that whole judgment thing. And I'm going, no, what if it's okay to be bored for a few minutes? And I find that when you're in allowance like that, you also move through those phases with a lot more ease. Because if you put the energy on of it, like it's wrong to be bored, it's wrong to be bored, it's wrong to be bored, all you're going to do is create more boredom because you've decided it's wrong. And then you put more energy on I'm bored, and then you intensify I'm bored, and then you get even more wrongness of you because you're bored. And you see how the whole thing can escalate out of proportion. And what if, like, okay, what if I can have ease with being bored? Why not? And then after an hour or so, I didn't even notice I was bored anymore, and I was busy with something else. So yeah, it's like, so what if you can have ease, joy, and glory with lockdown? And what if you don't have to put pressure on yourself to doing things? And what if it's like, what would I like to create today? What would I like to be and choose different today? Where would I like more ease in my life? What if I can have more ease with washing? What if I don't want to do the washing today, I'll do it tomorrow. And if you don't make yourself wrong for it, you will get to it when the energy is there for you to do it with ease and joy. There's a moment, right, where it'll click in and go, okay, I can have fun doing the washing today. Or, okay, I can have fun sweeping the floor today. Or, okay, I can have fun cleaning up my emails today. Or, okay, I can have fun creating with something today. There's those moments that you can have ease and joy with everything if you're not making yourself wrong for not doing something or trying to push yourself into doing something, because that's also not a space of ask and choice. That's not a space of ease. Oopsie, sorry.
I'm okay doing all those things, but I'm a hassle for the other people around me because I make a point of them knowing that I'm doing all the stuff for them, and that's not going down well. Does that make sense? Because I'm doing all this housework and whatever, and then where's my socks? And I'm like, so it's more that kind of stuff. So it's learning to, I don't know what the word is.
Yeah.
Well, you don't feel appreciated. You don't think that people can see. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So do you appreciate you?
No, I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. Never thought of it.
Yeah. And that often is, and this is another thing, being at home with people and the things that we are projecting and expecting of others often is where we're not being something for ourselves. So anywhere you're not appreciating yourself and not being grateful for you, will you now destroy and uncreate that? Times by God and right, wrong, go back, and beyonds. Yeah, because that's why you'll need it from other people if you're not being it for yourself. And then when you're being it for yourself, you don't need it from them. They don't feel that energetic pull. And you may find that now and again, they may appreciate you now because you're being that energy of appreciation and gratitude for you. So they can be that with you too.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. So how much ease, joy, and glory can you have with people finding their own socks? And for that tumble dryer to stop eating them. Tumble dryers eat socks, but usually only one of a pair. It never takes both. It only takes the one. There's a secret portal behind tumble dryers for socks, single socks. Then your other socks come out and go, I'm a singlet. And here comes a sock and it's like, I'm a singlet. I have games with myself when I do the washing. What can I say? Yeah. So how much ease, joy, and glory can we have with the people in our house? How much ease, joy, and glory can we have with being on our own? How much ease, joy, and glory can we have with housework? How much ease, joy, and glory can we have with our creations? How much ease, joy, and glory can we have with being ourselves during this time? How much ease, joy, and glory can we have with lockdown? How much fun can we have? So everything that's not allowing ease, joy, and glory, really now destroy and uncreatable. Times by Godzillion, right? Wrong, bad, papa, lunch, boys and beyonds. Cool. Who else would like to share?
I'll say a bit of something, Jenny.
Cool.
Can you hear me?
I can. I'm not going away. I'm just getting my charger. I can still hear you. Go.
I think on my side, it was actually just listening to everybody and trying to get to something that I've used the All of Life Comes to Me with Ease and Joy and Glory for. I can't really do because for the last while, Sarah and I do it every morning, every night. And I think during the day, just look towards whatever positive is coming along. So I can't really say I use it for anything specific.
Yeah.
Because in the whole shutdown, lockdown period, I think it's actually been quite a breeze. I really don't. I'm one of those that goes and looks at the stats and tries to dig into what's going on, and I believe our figures are wrong or whatever else, but nothing's really getting me down.
Yeah.
But I do every day try and look towards the positive. So what I can take out of us using the All of Life Comes to Me with Ease and Joy and Glory in our situation is like I posted a message just now, the interest rates come down again. I sat yesterday and I did use it once. It's the only time I can think of really using it during the day. I was busy doing the ESP, and I suddenly realized there was something money-wise that wasn't tallying up for me for what I've planned for the next few months. And I went to check my diary where I did all my planning, and I hadn't put the price in for the SOP. And the SOP is one of the most expensive courses. And I sat down, I said to Sarah what I'd done, and she just glared at me, obviously waiting for me to freak out. And I looked at her and I shrugged my shoulders and I said, it is what it is. All of life comes with ease and joy and glory.
Yeah.
That's probably the only time I've said it during the day other than morning and night. And it actually doesn't faze me, and I don't know why, because I'm sitting here thinking about it now, and it's a lot of money. But the rest of what I need to do is far enough away for more money to show up.
Yeah.
And I really do believe in the all of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory.
So are
Something
you
will
now
show up.
being that energy?
Yeah.
Because often what happens is you don't have to do the tool anymore when you become the tool. When you're being the energy of the tool, you don't have to do it so much.
Look, I know my personality, and I'm not like that. I'm a very reactive person. You were saying emotion,
Yeah,
everything
but
kicks in.
is that true? You've done quite a few classes already. Is that changing?
Well, that's the thing. So my life, my track record is I'm a very emotional person. So the emotion always comes in, and I've got to keep that in check.
Yeah.
But I'm busy with a lot of courses. So I think doing the courses is just in turn keeping me in check, which is awesome.
Well, is it keeping you in check, or is your energy changing?
Well, my energy is changing, and it's keeping me in check as to all of the tools are very much present in my mind, because the ones from COP come up in ESP, and the ones from Foundation come up in COP, and talk to Rose, and it's just something constantly going. So it's almost right in the forefront of my mind all the time to what tools. So even on our call the other day with the interesting point of view, it took going back to a memory and thinking about using it that then brought out the emotion, and I had to deal with that.
Yeah,
but
those are the gifts, right? As you go along.
Exactly. In my month of my life that I can say I've done what I used to do. I'm totally different person using the tools.
Yeah, so everywhere you're not totally acknowledging that you are changing and being more of you. Yeah. So how much ease can you have acknowledging how much transformation you're experiencing energetically into being more of you? Cool.
We do use the all of life comes to us, ease and joy and glory every morning and every night. Yeah.
Yeah. And also for me, I can wake up in the morning. It's like automatic for me to go to sleep saying all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. But then sometimes I notice I'm not being present with the words, that I'm just saying it because that's the tool to use for that moment in time. So often I have to kind of slow myself down and get really present, because you can go, okay, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Now you get the energy does shift and change, right? There is a change energetically with that. Then you can go, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. So there's a lot of different ways you can even work with that, right? You can be with that energy of the tool.
But don't you think that it'd be person specific? So I was listening to you say it just now, and for me it was just too slow. I needed to build the energy into it. So I'd probably said it 10 times to the 5 that you said. But I'm just that sort of person. So when I drive, I'm a fast driver. And I know if I slow down too much to a point, I will have an accident, because then I become totally unaware. So I don't drive recklessly, but I drive at a specific speed to keep my awareness up, and I know what's coming. I know what 3 cars are doing ahead of me.
Sure, there's no rules on how to use the tools.
Yeah.
Use them the way it works for you, for sure. Yeah, there's no rules. Do what works for you. It's tools in your play box to play with as you desire. And change it up sometimes so that you can, see if there's a different energy
Sometimes we sing it. Sometimes we sing it. A bit of a tune going in the morning.
Yeah, there's plenty of ways to play with it. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so you can sing it, you can slow it down, you can speed it up. You can be present with it. You can just say it because it's the thing to do. You can say it any time during the day when you're stuck with something. Use it 10 times in the morning, 10 times at night. You can use it 10 times at lunchtime. You can use it at 10 times in a queue. You can use it wherever. There are no rules. You can use this tool. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. Changing energy does not cost money. It's just a choice. It's pretty cool.
I was looking up at Sarah. She's saying hello. She's busy working, so.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Hi, you.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Cool. Has anybody else got anything to share or ask? Cool, so let's end the call with 10. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. And for Mark, it'll be 100 because he's going to do 10 for everyone. Okay, let's do it together. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your contribution. Please feel free to share with whoever you think may benefit from these calls.
If we have to.
You don't have to. It's just a
We
choice.
like to.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jenny.
Yeah, no, thank you, everyone. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. Yeah.
Jen, I got a quickie before we all go, can I?
Of course.
Okay. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory because it's a very powerful statement. Obviously, it's got energy attached to it, okay? So if we had to just tune into that phrase, it's like me connecting with you, me connecting to hashtag Get Your Happy On. When hashtag Get Your Happy On first started before the lockdown, if I was feeling a little bit miffed, I would just go hashtag Get Your Happy On, and I would receive energy. A change was created. And I'm sure that happens with All of Life Comes to Me with ease and joy and glory as well.
Yeah, it shifts and transforms your energy.
Yeah, so it just melts things.
Yeah, it does. How does it get better?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Bye,
Have
everybody.
an amazing day.
You too.
Stay away from the washing machines and tumble dryers.